Hello and welcome, everyone. Hi. Hello and welcome, everyone. I'm Diane. I'm an Akashic Records reader and an emotional energy healer, and this is Soul Cloud. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you all being here, especially the people who came in really early. So, Annie Bear, Kat, Barbara, hello, Linda, Akila, Brenda, hi, Willow, hi, Morinda Miko, hi, Kat. I don't know if I mentioned you twice. It's better twice than skipping you. And if I do skip you, please don't take it to heart. It's unintentional. So, hello everyone. So, if you haven't been here before, hello and welcome. Um, Usually on this show, Soul Cloud, we talk about something while waiting for people to type in their questions. I'll be doing Akashic Records readings and clearings later. So, our topic for today is healing modalities or healing styles of each star race. So, if you're wondering why you resonate with one modality and not with the others, this may be the reason why. So, there are specific healing styles and modalities for each star race. So, I'll be starting with Lyra. So, for Lyrans, it's very common to see Lyrans who do plant medicine or, making salves and medicine or herbal medicines. So that's a common trait of Lyra. So if you're very much inclined to that, um, you may have had a past lifetime in Lyra or are of the Lyran lineage. Another one is Cassiopeians. So Cassiopeians are the feline beings who also came from Lyra. So it's a very similar style. They're very drawn to plant medicine. Um, Next up, we have Pleiades. So I've talked about this before. I identify as a Pleiadian. I am from the star systems of Maya and Merope. So one of the common healing styles of Pleiades or Pleiadians is emotional healing. So because we had to process a lot of trauma from Lyra, it's one of the things that we specialized in. So we do this by transmutation. So you've seen me do clearings before. So it's one of the things that we do. Another modality that is common for Pleiadians is QHHT. So a lot of Pleiadians go into QHHT because of the emotional aspect. So if you're like a hardcore Pleiadian, something from the other, like plant medicine, may not appeal to you as much as as emotional healing. I'm starring some of the questions. So please help me out and type them in all caps to help me see better. I've skipped some questions before, and that's purely unintentional. Again, I'm sorry. But I have okay, Christine, healing tools in Andromeda. I was just about to get that. So for Andromeda, Andromedans are very much frequency frequency oriented. Andromedans are frequency manipulators. So one of the ways they do that is through sound bowls. So if you are um, attracted or drawn to using sound bowls in or crystal bowls in healing, and as well as light frequency, like you do color therapy, you may have had a past lifetime in Andromeda. Andromedans also do earth healing, but they also do it through frequency. I've mentioned before that I learned what I'm doing from one of my guides, and he also happens to be Andromedan. So he was the one who taught me how it works, how the clearing works, how it appears in the body when it's trapped and when it's cleared. So yeah, it's one of the specialties of Andromedan star race and even star seeds. Okay. Next up, we have Sirius. So the people from Sirius, or the Syrian beings, um, they realize that not everything can be healed through energy. So they focused on physical healing. So a lot of the doctors that we see right now, the nurses, the acupuncturists, they focused on, they are usually from Sirius, or they are Syrians, or they had past lifetimes in Sirius. They focused on physical healing. Reiki is also a Syrian modality. So yeah. And last but not the least, Arcturus. So Arcturians are very much technologically advanced. So they're very drawn to technology. And so um, initially they weren't very focused on healing, but they developed technology that can replicate frequency. So I'm not sure if you've been here before when I did the episode on frequency healing. Um, they replicated the technology through light and through sound, although maybe it's the sound or frequency that we don't hear because they're too high. They replicated that and they made med beds through that. So those are the healing styles and modalities for each of the most common star races. So if you're drawn to one or two or many, that's also okay. We've had several past lifetimes, so we don't usually just incarnate in one star system. So if you're drawn to one, or to more than one rather, it's possible that you have incarnated in many star systems and you've gotten that from different star systems. Like me, I identify with Pleiades, but I've also incarnated in Andromeda for, I forgot how many, but a few times. I've incarnated in Andromeda to learn frequency healing before. So it's one of the things that I did. Light language, yes. Light language is a form of frequency, so Andromedans also do that. Yeah. So which modality works the best for an Arcturian starseed? Usually I've seen Arcturian starseeds use technology which is med beds, but they've also used crystal ones. One of the things that you also do is earth healing, which is healing the planet by doing grid work, and that's like planting crystals here and there wherever you are drawn to, if you are an Arcturian starseed. Oh, thank you so much, Willow. Yeah, I hope you're doing well. Please continue to stay hydrated. Sip sip, everyone. And thank you so much for trusting me to do that clearing for you. I appreciate it a lot. Okay. Oh, Maureen is asking for prayers for her husband. So yeah, we're sending him healing love and light, Maureen and Archangel Raphael. There. Oh, hello, Lacey Gray. Hello, Justine. Hello, Lauren. Hi. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Hi, Sunnyland. Thank you so much for being here. Mangled Unicorn Jacqueline. Hi. Thank you so much for being here. Okay. I'm just starring some of the questions that I might have missed. Okay. Okay, I have the following questions now. I have Annie Bear, Red Dragon, Lacey Gray, Maria's Perfect Health, and Maureen Domico. I'm just scrolling up to see if I've missed anything. Okay. So please again type in your questions in all caps. Okay. Hello, Michelle. Thank you so much for being here. Michelle Oligard. I'm not sure how to pronounce your surname. I hope I didn't butcher it. Okay. Yeah, please don't forget to hit the like button, everyone. Okay, I'm going to start opening the records now. Only the highest frequency of love and light can remain in the sacred space, and all objects in the sacred space for the highest good of this group, consisting of myself, those who are watching right now, those who will join us later, and those who will watch the replay. All other energies must leave now. All other energies must leave now. All other energies must leave now. Now I call on the highest level of the divine that knows that love is the power and the truth from which we read. Our highest level guides and angels to help us with this reading. Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron, please hold the sacred space. And so it is. And so we do acknowledge the forces of light, asking for guidance, direction, and courage to know the truth as it is revealed for our highest good, the highest good of all, and the most benevolent outcome. Akashic Records Masters, Spirit Guides, and Angels, please let us know this group in the light of the Akashic Records and enable us to share the wisdom and compassion that the Masters, teachers, and loved ones have for us. The records are now open. Okay. I got your question, Christine. Am I Gaia born? Like, only been here since the beginning? Ooh. Interesting question, Annie Bear. So, I know that your origin is here on Earth. Oh, let's do Mjolnir for this one. Has Annie Bear incarnated in other star systems before, other than Earth? I'm getting a yes, Annie Bear. So you have incarnated before, but your origin is of Earth. So after Earth, where did Annie Bear go to? Excuse me. I'm getting Apollonia for you, Annie Bear. So Apollonia is a star system in the Taurus constellation, and there are many Native American artists who came from Apollonia because Apollonia is a very creativity centered. So there are a lot of artists that come there, and whenever I see Apollonia, there are parts of Apollonia that look like the Grand Canyon, okay, but there are parts that look very pastel-y. And it's very beautiful. It's a very beautiful star system. The people there look like Pleiadians, so they're not only Nordics. There are people who look like me, and there are people who look Asian. So yeah, that's where you went from. You went to after incarnating first on Earth. So I hope that helps, and thank you so much for your question, Annie Bear. Apollonia. I'm going to type how it's spelled. Apollonia. It's not a well-known star system. Oh, by the way, I included a link of Debbie Solaris in the description of this video. So Debbie Solaris is another galactic Akashic Records reader, and many of the things that I've discussed in the healing styles and modalities of star seeds and star races, I've first heard from her, and those are the things that I've also seen and I've also confirmed in the records myself. So you might also want to check her out. So that's one of the places where she's one of the people where I first heard Apollonia from. So yeah, Apollonia. It's a lesser known star system. Hello, hello. Hello, White Dragon Paul. Hi, Al. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, all is well, White Dragon. Yeah, that's Apollonia. Oops. Next, we have Red Dragon, or Kim. Hi, Kim. Any Akashic reading of a past life that the masters would like to share for my highest good, please? Okay. Akashic Records Masters and Archangel Metatron, please show me a past lifetime of Kimmy that is relevant to her right now. what's this place? It's odd, but I'm seeing like an angel. And it looks to me like you're praying. You're asking help from that angel. Where was this place? So this was an Earth lifetime. And I'm hearing it's a past lifetime in Iran. Because I'm seeing like a desert-like landscape. There are a lot of sand. How is this relevant to her place right now? In that lifetime, you were traveling across the desert, Kimby. And when you were miles away, very far from your destination, you ran out of water. And it came to a point where you felt very desperate because you felt like you were going to die. Yeah, you were very scared in that experience. And so you got off your camel. You had a camel then. You were a male in this lifetime. Um, in your late 30s to early 40s, you got off your camel and you dropped to your knees and you asked for help. You begged for your life, for a miracle in this lifetime because you were so scared. And it was difficult for you because you had so much pride. And they're telling me that it's relevant to your lifetime right now. Because of that reason, like, you have a lot of pride in yourself. But the masters are reminding you that there are times when we need to set aside our pride and ask for help. Because your guides, your angels, they're with you. You just need to ask for their help. And in that lifetime, when you were in Iran, like, I'm not seeing you finding water immediately. But your angels, they directed you to a village. It wasn't where you were supposed to go. You kind of got lost. Got lost. But in reality, you were actually directed there by an angel, by your personal angel. You might think that you have gotten lost, but you are actually being redirected so you can find water. So in that lifetime, you were able to survive. And that's because you were open to receiving help from an outside source, which is your guides and angels, as well as the village people who helped you. So I hope that helps, Kimby, and thank you so much for your question. Okay, I'm just scrolling up. I had my eyes closed, so um, I hope I didn't miss anything. Okay, I have your question, Barbara. Justine, Michelle. Oh, Kim. Oh, I'm sorry. Did Kim update her question? Yes. They told me it was in Iran. Um, it was like a desert. It was a desert area. Oh, thank you so much, Willow. See you later. Yeah, it's a good message that many of us can benefit from. Um, Asking for help and receiving help is very beneficial for all of us. So thank you so much for that question, Kim. Hello, Bob. Okay. Next up, we have Lazy Gray. Hi, can you tell me what star race I am? Okay. Where is Lazy Gray's origin, please? Beta Centauri. Okay. So, Lazy Gray, I'm being told that your origin or where you first incarnated physically in our galaxy is in Beta Centauri. So there are a lot of water planets in Beta Centauri. So if you're drawn to water, like water bodies, also as a kid you might have been drawn to mermaids, um, or you like fish, like as pets. It may be one of the reasons. So that is your star of origin. Um, I'm just going to see. I'm just going to see what you were doing in Beta Centauri in that first lifetime. So interesting I mentioned the mermaids because you were a mermaid in that first lifetime. And I see you're dancing. So I'm not sure if you dance in this lifetime, but in that first lifetime, you were dancing. It's one of the things that brought you joy. And being shown you're also singing in that lifetime. But for some reason, I'm seeing you alone. Why? Okay. The masters are telling me, um, you dance, you sing when you're alone. And that's something that they would like you to remind, that they would like to remind you of. You can have joy even when you're alone. You can find joy within yourself even when you're alone. So I don't know why they gave you that message, Lazy Gray. I hope that resonates and I hope that helps. Hi, Kendra. Thank you so much for being here. Okay. Yes, I got your question, Mangled Unicorn, Jacqueline. So next up, we have Maria has perfect health. What would my guides like me to know about my next steps for July? Okay. I'm seeing a lot of conflict, unfortunately, Maria, but around you. You're not involved in this conflict? And your guides would like me to tell you to go within, to observe and not absorb. Like, don't let other people drag you into their mess. They're telling me you're very kind-hearted, so you may have done this in the past, like you have allowed people to drag you into their mess so you can solve their problems. But your guides would like you to know that their problems are their own. It may sound cold, but like it's a way for you to also help them learn their lessons. So they're reiterating for you to just observe this next month and not absorb anything that you are not involved with. So I hope that helps, Maria. And thank you so much for your question. Oh, keep safe, Kim. And to everyone who's experiencing like rough weather right now, please keep safe, everyone. Hello, Rush. Thank you so much for being here. Was I a Union or Confederate soldier in a past life? They're telling me it doesn't matter whether you were a Union or a Confederate soldier. Oh dear. Okay. Let's see what their message is for you. But that's what I'm getting, like they don't want to answer that because it's not relevant in which camp you were in. Like it's not relevant right now. What's relevant right now are the lessons that you learned in that lifetime. There are necessary conflicts, they're telling me, because it's what drives us to grow. But also they're telling me that the lesson that you needed to learn in that lifetime and that you're continuing to learn is like compassion. It's putting yourself into another person's shoes. And it doesn't matter which camp. It doesn't matter which camp that person is. We are being taught when we are learning to have compassion for everyone. That's where unity really is, like having compassion for each other, regardless of which camp we belong in. That's their message for you, Maureen. I'm sorry if they don't want to answer that. I think they can answer it, but they would rather not to. I hope that helps, and I'm sorry to disappoint you, Maureen, that I can't answer that. Yeah, but that is the message: to have compassion for everyone, and it's not just something that can help you. It's a message that can help everyone to have compassion for other people. It's easy to have compassion for ourselves and our not for ourselves, but for our friends, for our loved ones. But it's very difficult to have compassion for our enemies. And even I'm guilty of that. I get annoyed a lot. Yeah. So that's the challenge for many of us, to have compassion, regardless of which side we are on. But I hope that helps, Maureen. And thank you so much for your question. Can you tell me about a past life in Arcturus? Okay. So in this lifetime, I'm seeing you as a blue Arcturian. So I'm telling you that it's blue, yet that you were blue skinned in that lifetime, because there are Arcturians who are green skinned. It's not a common knowledge, but there are Arcturians who are green. So I'm seeing you in this lifetime as a tall blue Arcturian being. I'm seeing you around kids. So in Arcturus, um, they don't really give birth to other Arcturians. What happens is they clone someone, and then they put the consciousness of that being into another body. And I'm seeing that you're getting little Arcturians. I didn't know that they grew. So this is new information. Or are they the little blue Arcturians? Are they newborn? Okay, so there are newborn clones. So you're taking care of them. They're telling me like this is a quality, a soul gift that you have. Like you're very drawn to kids. You take care of kids because you recognize that in the early stages of someone's existence, they might be weaker than when they are in their later ages. So you're very protective of them. That's why you were giving the role to take care of the kids. And it's a quality that you carry with you in this lifetime. So if you're drawn to kids or you feel very protective of kids, this may be the reason for that, Jacqueline. I hope that resonates. And thank you so much for your question. Okay, I'm just backtracking for messages. Okay, I got you, Bob. Thank you. I'll do that. Hmm. Arcturians all look alike with minor variations for gender. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Thank you so much for that question, Jacqueline. I don't know if that was a new vision for me. I know that there are like smaller blue Arcturians as well, but it's the first time that I saw smaller kids. I don't know if that still happens today. I know that Arcturians are being cloned, uh, but I didn't know that they go through being a kid process as well. Does that still happen in today's time? I'm getting a yeah, so that still happens. So some of them also start as little kids. That's what they're telling me. Interesting. That's something new that I just learned today. Thank you so much for that question, Jacqueline. Hello, Edward Kenneth. Thank you so much for being here. Did I have a past lifetime with Matthew? Okay. Did Christine have a past lifetime with Matthew? I'm getting a yes on that. But usually, if there's someone who's significant to you in this lifetime, the chances are that you have had a past lifetime with them, and maybe perhaps many lifetimes with that person. So I'm going to check if there's any significant lifetime that you've had with this person. So there may be, I'm getting a bit of a romantic interest in romantic interest in this lifetime, but in previous lifetimes, they've been your brother. They've been your friend. What's a relevant lifetime for Christine and Matthew, please? Thank you, Ben Charles. I'm seeing a lifetime in India with you two together. So you were also female in this lifetime, Christine, and Matthew was male. I was just checking which is which or who is who. Because when the masters show me more than one person, it can get confusing. So they're telling me you're the female, and Matthew was also male in that lifetime in India. And I'm seeing that Matthew was in a wedding. You had feelings for Matthew in that lifetime. But unfortunately, he was in an arranged marriage. And so you felt heartbroken. But there was also acceptance for you. You understood the culture. So even though you had feelings for Matthew, you had acceptance and you were at peace. You felt heartbreak, yes, but you got over it. You accepted it, and you felt at peace. Are there any remaining trapped emotions in your body right now from this experience? Okay. So Christine, I'm not sure if you're still here. Please let me know if you're still here. There may be a trapped emotion that we can clear. There's still heartache that is trapped in your body, in your heart chakra. So if this is something that you would like to be cleared, please just let me know. Type in yes in the comment section. But yeah, you didn't end up together in that lifetime. Okay, I got you. I request the clearing of this heartache trapped emotion from Christine's physical body and her energy body in all timelines and all lifetimes for Christine's highest good, the highest good of all, the most benevolent outcome. Akashic Records Masters, Archangel Metatron, we ask that this trapped emotion be cleared. Thank you. And it's done. And thank you so much for that question, Christine. I hope that helps. Okay. Next we have Michelle. Could you please tell me about any past lives as a witch and clear my witch wounds? Okay, let's see. Let me just confirm if you've had past lifetime as a witch. Has Michelle had any past lifetimes as a witch? So I'm getting a yes on that, Michelle. So I'm seeing a past lifetime in America. You were wearing like what the Puritans were wearing. You were just walking. You were avoiding other people's gazes. And whenever you pass by people look at you, they stare and they point at you. I'm hearing that you were a clairvoyant in this lifetime. And a medium. So you talked with spirits um of the people who have passed on. And so you were branded as a witch. So a healer in this lifetime. Okay, so you weren't a healer. A lot of the people who have been branded as witches had been healers in their particular lifetimes. But you were telling me you were clairvoyant and you were a medium. Okay. So I felt humiliation from that lifetime. Um, and it's trapped in your. I'm feeling it more in my solar plexus. Could you please confirm where it is, Masters? Okay, I'm seeing it in your solar plexus. So you felt humiliated because that experience, um, it brought you a lot of humiliation. Because when people branded you as a witch, even the kids knew. And even the kids who were just like 8 or 9, they avoided you like plague, unfortunately. So if it's something that you would like to be cleared, Michelle, please type in yes. Oh, hello, Terry. Thank you so much for being here. Terry's in the house. Yes. Thank you so much. Okay. So again, the emotion that we need to clear is humiliation. Okay. I request the clearing of this humiliation trapped emotion from Michelle's physical body and energy body in all timelines, in all lifetimes, in the past, present, and future. For Michelle's highest good, the highest good of all, and the most benevolent outcome. Akashic Records Masters and Archangel Metatron, we ask that this trapped emotion be cleared. And it's done. I hope that helps, Michelle, and thank you so much for trusting me to do this clearing for you. Okay, I'm just going to backtrack if I missed anything. Okay, I have your question, Angela. So I'm just going to close the questions and clearing requests now. I'll be here until the hour, so I'll do my best to answer the remaining questions. So I have questions from Justine, Barbara, Kendra, Tamer, and Angela. So if I missed your question, please let me know. Thank you so much, Terry. Okay. Ooh, I'm seeing a discussion regarding the Arcturians. So if you're interested in Arcturians, please check out our show with Ali, Paul, Diana Bowles. That will be next week. Um, was that next week? Oh yeah, the week after this one. We're going to be talking about Arcturians next. So if you're interested in Arcturians, please check that out. Okay, I don't think I missed any further questions. So next up we have Justine. Diane, where am I from and why did I choose such a difficult journey in this time? Please and thank you. Okay, this is a big question, Justine. So first, let's break down where are you from or where is the star system of origin? Where is your star system of origin? So I'm getting that your origination is in Cassiopeia. So this star system is where a lot of the feline beings from Lyra escaped from during the Lyran and Draconian Wars. So you were a feline being in this lifetime in Cassiopeia. So as we've discussed earlier about the healing modalities, one healing modality that might appeal to you is like plant medicine. I'm hearing medicinal plants is something that could appeal to you or may appeal to you in this lifetime. Okay, why did I choose such a difficult journey this time? When you were planning your lifetime, Justine, um, you chose to have a difficult round. That's the word that the masters decided to use. You decided to have a difficult round this time because you felt that it would help you grow. Did you realize how difficult this lifetime will be? The masters are telling me no. He didn't realize how difficult it's going to be, but they're telling me that that's why that they are there, and they're giving you so much support in this lifetime. And like the previous message we had with Kim B, they're telling me all you need to do is ask for help, and they're cheering you on. Your spirit guides are cheering you on because regardless of how difficult this journey is, like you're doing it. Your guides are telling me she's doing it. It may be difficult, but you're continuing to do it one day at a time, one step at a time if you have to. That's your spirit guides messages for you is that don't look at its entirety if it's too overwhelming for you. Just focus on the next step of the stairs. Like don't look at its entirety. Break it down into smaller pieces is what they're telling me. So I hope that helps, Justine. If you're interested and if anyone's interested in doing a star lineage reading, I do that privately. So a star lineage reading or as an Akashic Records reading where we focus on your origin until you get to Earth. So there might be, so you will understand the journey that you took from where you first originated until you came to Earth. So that may also help you understand your journey, why you're doing the things you're doing right now. So for mini readings, it's a bit difficult to get into that in detail, but we can do that in private reading. So my details are in my description. Oh, thank you so much, Kim. See you later. Okay. Next up, we have Barbara. Any past life that can help with my health right now? I'm seeing you as a nun in this lifetime, Barbara, and they're telling me it was in France. And you were lying on bed. How is this relevant for Barbara right now? You had like an unknown disease in that lifetime. You were bedridden for like a week. And they're telling me that you trusted. You trusted God during that time, and you surrendered everything to Him or to them. And you healed. You healed by just the intention and the trust and surrendering your pains and sufferings. Like you felt it. You felt it and you accepted it and you accepted whatever the outcome's going to be. And they're telling me, the masters are telling me that um, acceptance is going to help, and also feeling. Okay, okay. This is a bigger message. Feeling the things that you plan to experience in this lifetime. Um, because sometimes the only way to get past it is to experience it and go through it. Like there are no shortcuts, is what the masters are telling me. That lifetime was a soul contract for you. You needed that experience to learn how to trust in higher power and to surrender the things that you cannot control. So that's the message for you, Barbara, and I hope that helps. And thank you so much again for your question. Okay. Any past life relevant to my current life? Kendra asks. I'm seeing the sea or an ocean. And you were walking alongside the beach and you had a dog. Where was this, please? This was I can't pinpoint the country, but it feels like Europe to me. And it was during the summer. And you stepped out. You stepped out and went to the beach because the weather was so nice, and in that area, um, you didn't get many days when the weather was that clear, and so you wanted to experience it. You wanted to um, get the chance to experience it in near the ocean. And you just enjoyed being in the present and being in that moment and being at peace. I don't know if you have any dogs right now, Kendra, or if you're drawn to dogs or if you like dogs. But in that lifetime, I'm seeing you had a dog. It was it looks like a Labrador. It was a big dog. But yeah, the masters are telling, that's the message of the masters for you, to be in the moment. It's going to help you in this lifetime or whatever you are experiencing right now. So I hope that helps, Kendra. Thank you so much for your question. Okay. Next we have, oops, and I'm supposed to get this first. Okay. Do I have any past lives karma or spiritual ties with Mom Fadime? I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly. Fadime? But usually when they are our immediate family, yes, we've had past lifetimes with them. So I'm seeing a lot of green, like a forest area. I'm here in Scotland. You had this Scottish lifetime with your mom, and during that time, she was a male, and you were also a male. And you were on a horse. You were both on horses, rather. So you were like warriors, Are they Vikings? Are they Vikings masters? So you weren't Vikings necessarily, but you were in Scotland on board horses, and you were going through there. Like you treated each other like brothers. And so in this lifetime you decided to incarnate together as mother and son because you worked well with each other in that previous lifetime. And they're telling me that like brothers you quarreled. You quarreled from time to time. You annoyed each other because you were with each other for a very long time. And so when we are with other people for very long periods of time, we can get annoyed with them. Um, but they're telling me that you got through it in that lifetime in Scotland. Any more messages, please, masters? So in this lifetime, they're telling me that you got curious as to how you're going to resolve the quarrels, those small irks, so to speak, with each other as mother and son. You thought it's going to be challenging. So that's a challenge for you in this lifetime with your mom Fadime. Tamer. So I hope that helps, and thank you so much for your question. Okay. Last but not the least, we have Angela Hunter. Any past life mission I wasn't able to complete that is affecting me in this lifetime? Are there any past life missions that Angela wasn't able to complete that's affecting her in this lifetime? I'm getting a small no on that. Okay. I'm getting that you had a mission that you weren't able to complete, but it's not necessarily affecting you in this lifetime. You have the free will whether you want to go through with it or not. I keep hearing healing. Yeah, they're confirming that it's about healing. And one of your missions is to heal Earth and to raise the vibration of the planet through healing. Um, and I don't mean the people, it's Earth itself. So if you're drawn to frequency healing and healing the planet, uh, it's one of the missions that you weren't able to complete because they're telling me that it's ongoing. So it's not necessarily affecting you negatively in this lifetime, Angela, but it's something that um, you can continue, is what they're telling me and what I'm hearing. Okay, so I think that's it. I'm just going to check for questions. Oh, I'm sorry, Erin. The questions are now closed and we're almost at the hour. So I'm going to close the records right after this video because we might not have time for it. But please feel free to drop by this Wednesday. I'm going to be doing Into the Ether with Linda De Gonzalez at 5 p.m. EST. So please feel free to drop by if you didn't get a reading today. I'll be there with Linda. So thank you again, everyone, for being here. And thank you so much for your patience with me. So, and I hope to see you all soon. Thank you and goodbye.